Today we'll talk about one of the best fathers in Miraculous Ladybug who doesn't get enough credit in my opinion. I'm talking about the one and only Colt FADthom, father of Felix FADthom and husband of Amelie Graham DeVanelli. Speaking of, I think the Graham DeVanelli twins deserve a video on their own, but anyways. By the way, my channel will be very leak dependent since it's the most interesting shit we can talk about at the moment, and before you yell at me for believing the script leaks Bible stuff is real, I say you're dense as fuck. I'm aware that we don't know the true validity of these leaks, so I do take them with a grain of salt. I know there are people who disregard all of them and it's really stupid, lol. Let's start off with this particular section from the pretension script leaks. In this scene, Kagami expresses how she feels about her mom's inhumane behavior and hypocrisy, and Felix tells her that it's nothing compared to what his father did to him, implying his father was abusive. A parent who's 1,000 times worse than Tomoe should not be allowed near children or living beings in general. And will you look at that? He's dead indeed. I'm so sad he's dead. That was sarcasm. Moving on to what I consider possibly the darkest episode of Miraculous Ladybug, representation. Right before the finale we are slapped in the face with much needed aggressed Graham DeVanelli lore. I honestly think the show should have been about them, but anyways, Felix makes a fellow sentimonster called Once Upon a Time and puts on a little play with Kagami after finding out Marinette is Ladybug, in an attempt to help her understand their messed up situation and hear their cries for help. They have these silly outfits and masks and with fairy tale analogy tell Felix a dream story. We find out that Amelie fell in love with Gabriel the tailor, who was lower class, and her family disowned her, while Amelie was stuck with an arranged marriage with none other than the best boy in the show, Colt FADthom. Even Gabriel hated his ass. Anyways, the twins are into file, so Amelie makes centisperm and fights biology with magic to get pregnant and have a center child created with love. Ugly bitch called Colt FADthom is fucking jealous, so he too creates a center child, only created with feelings of envy and hatred instead of love, and he wasn't made aware of the consequences, those being his own death. Did they not warn him on purpose to kill him? If yes, that's so smart of them. While Amelie accepted her fate, Colt was really mad to discover he got sick because of his son. He hates Felix and abuses the amok, psychologically torments him and calls him a monster. Felix only wants his love and wonders why his father doesn't love him. Felix finds out he is a sentimonster one day when Colt gets really mad, hitting the ring with his amok on a table and putting him in a lot of pain, thus putting the pieces together. He keeps the ring after his father dies. Felix moves on to the events of the episodes we've seen him in, and there it goes. Ladybug, please help us, we're sentimonsters in love, please. Obviously this shit is crazy and a lot of information to stuff in a single scene, but now we know what Felix's billionaire father is all about. A selfish, abusive, manipulative, disgusting, monstrous, narcissistic, insufferable piece of shit. Apparently he controlled Felix in every single thing he did and drew him away from anyone he latched into, so he would be all one and suffer on his own. The suffering hadn't ended after his death, since Gabriel has the rings to control Adrian, so the mission has to go on. In emotion we see him trying to give Adrian and Kagami the freedom they were robbed of, obviously misguided and resulting in more trauma upon realizing he was losing control of himself. Felix never was and never will be the bad guy, whether you like it or not. He is a victim of abuse and he's suffered too much, and doesn't know how to deal with it since he's been suppressed and controlled his entire life. Not even given the opportunity to develop social skills. I've seen a lot of people call Amelie irresponsible and a bad mother, an enabler even. Honestly, she should enable him more. Right now she's the only decent rich parent in the show and is simply trying her best to support her son and not be anything like her husband. She's never controlling him in any way, never holding him back, because that's what Colt did. She knows that Gabriel is sus, therefore has no problem covering for Felix when he needs to fuck up Gabriel's life, as he should. She seems to have no support from family. We don't know if her parents are alive, and Gabriel doesn't give a fuck about her and Felix. I wonder how she'd react if she found out that Gabriel threatened to kill her son. All in all, Felix is a very misunderstood character and Colt FADthom is a monster. I wish Gabriel would bring him back to life just so I could kill him with my bare hands. The reason we haven't seen his face is probably because he's too fucking ugly. I know Amelie has better taste than that. Sweetie, I'm so sorry they made you marry this ugly fucker. It sucks that he got away with abusing his son and is remembered as a gentleman with millions in his bank account and not as what he truly is, an abusive motherfucker. Keep that in mind. Parallel for something else that we will talk about in another video. That's all for now. More Colt slander videos coming soon. Thanks for watching.